Let's make Africa the tree of life. Let's make Africa the tree of life. Hello, welcome to Josh Moment. So if you are new to this channel talks about Africa's history. And in today's episode, we'll be looking at why Congo and Rwanda are on the brink of war. So let's look at the reasons and why this seems to be happening in the continent at this time or at this particular point in time. So let's start today's episode. But then if you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like and share this video. So per the geography, Democratic Republic of Congo is located in Central Africa, whilst Rwanda is located in East Africa. But Goma, which is in Congo, shares its border with Rwanda. So on January 23, 2025, this year, a Rwanda-backed militia seized the pivotal Congolese city of Goma, threatening a new humanitarian crisis after decades of fighting. The conflict lasted from January 23 to January 30, 2025 of this year. So a rebel militia known as M23 seized the key Congolese city of Goma, threatening to displace civilians and raising fear of a broader war. So according to the United Nations and the United States, M23 is directed and supported by Rwanda. The UN says Rwanda has sent thousands of its troops into Congo. Some 500,000 people fled their homes in eastern Congo as the rebels advanced on Goma. And according to the UN Refugee Agency. While the fighting in Goma has stopped for the moment, the humanitarian situation is alarming. Debris all over the streets of Goma. So the conflict has its roots in Rwanda's 1994 genocide, which spilled over into Goma, leading to decades of fighting. So like the leaders of Rwanda, M23 is mostly made up of people from the Tutsi ethnic group of Rwanda. So one may ask, what is M23? So M23 is one of more than 100 militias in Congo, or roaming the mineral-rich areas of eastern Congo. So the group's name refers to its claim that the Congolese government failed to honor an earlier peace agreement signed on March 23, 2009. So the M represents March, and then the 23 represents the date of the year which this agreement was signed. So the leaders of M23 claim the group is in eastern Congo to protect fellow Tutsi and other speakers of the Kinyarwanda language from persecution by the Congolese authorities. So the United Nations has repeatedly warned against widespread hate speech against Tutsi in the eastern Congo, and it said that last year that the risk of genocide remained high because eastern Congo harbors hundreds of people known as genociders, suspected of being involved in the Rwandan genocide. This is something we don't want to witness in recent time. So M23 was founded in 2012 and then quickly captured Goma for the first time before it withdrew after the United States and other partners pressured Rwanda. It lay dormant throughout the most of the 2010s before resuming attack on the Congolese army in 2021. So let's look at the background to this Congo and Rwanda conflict. So fighting between Congo, Rwanda and various rebel groups goes back decades and is intertwined with the conflict between the Tutsi and the Hutu ethnic group that led to the 1994 Rwandan genocide. So in 1994, during the genocide, more than 1 million people of the Hutu ethnic group including many genocides, fled Rwanda for Eastern Congo, then called Zaire. The eastern part of the country was also home to many ethnic Tutsis. So in 1996 to 1997, Rwanda invaded Zaire and backed the rebellion that eventually led to the overthrow of the country's long-time kleptocratic leader, Mobutu Sese Seko. An opposition leader, Laurent Kabila, supported by Rwanda, was installed in power. He changed Zaire's name to the Democratic Republic of Congo. So in 1998, Laurent Kabila turned on his allies, Rwanda and Uganda, and allowed Hutu militias to regroup in Eastern Congo, prompting Rwanda and Uganda to invade the region. So Angola, Namibia, and Zimbabwe fought alongside Congolese troops in a 5-year regional war and killed more than 3 million people. So in the 2000s, despite the signing of peace agreements and the establishment of reconciliation commissions, unrest continued in Eastern Congo. So in 2009, the National Congress of the Defense of the People, the predecessor of M3, signed a peace agreement with the Congolese authorities on March 23rd, hence the name M23. In 2012, hundreds of former Congolese rebels mutinied with the Congolese army and formed the M23 movement. So they captured the eastern city of Goma shortly after, but withdrew after the United States and other countries pressured Rwanda to pull its support. So the group was largely dormant in 2013. So in 2021, M3 re-emerged after years of dormancy. In 2023 to 2024, M3, backed by Rwanda, gained control of the large part of the northern regions of Congo, namely Kivu, and then the mining areas. So in 2025, M3, backed by thousands of Rwandan troops, according to the United Nations, then launched a new offensive in Eastern Congo and captured Goma. So one will ask, if M3 is a militia group, who then commands M3? So M3 is under the military command of Sultani Makenga, a Congolese rebel who fought in Rwanda in the 1990s and joined the Congolese army in the 2000s, and then defeated or decided to join the M3 in 2012. So Sultani Makenga receives instructions and support from the Rwandan army and from Rwanda Intelligence Service. So according to the United Nations and experts on Congolese vigilance or intelligence, and also international agencies. So Rwanda has denied any direct involvement in Congo. It also claimed that Congo's reinforcement or reinforced military presence in the area threatens its security, and that the region has harbored members of the Hutu ethnic group who were behind the 1994 genocide. So experts say that Rwanda, a country small in size, has limited natural resources and thus seeking to expand its spheres and influence. So for that reason, they want to capture the eastern Congolese city of Goma. So one asks, what then is the situation on the grounds? So M23 now controls twice as much land as it did in 2012, according to Mr. Keita or Bintou Keita, the United Nations top official in Congo. So as the rebels have seized more territories, sexual violence have been on the rampant and civilian injuries have increased. So earlier, M23 opened a new front within Congo, attacking the province of South Kivu, in addition to its continued campaign in North Kivu. They could eventually target Bakuvu or Bukavu, a city even larger than Goma. So M23 has over the past years accelerated recruitment, and then the means of recruitment has been voluntarily times force. And 8 fighters have used weapons never seen in Eastern Congo, according to UN experts in Congo. And some of these weapons are said to be known as the anti-tank missiles. So United Nations experts said in a report last year that up to 4,000 Rwandan troops had been deployed in North Kivu, and M23's main area of operation, that's M23's main area of operation, surpassing the number of M23 fighters. So the number of Rwandan troops sent to Goma even surpasses the number of M23 fighters. So what does M23 seek to achieve in Goma? So according to the United Nations, M23 is planning for territorial expansion and long-term occupation and exploitation of conquered territories. So in April, the group seized Rubaya, home to one of the world's largest mines of coltan, a key component in the manufacturing of smartphones. So M23 has issued mining permits and formed a state-like administration for mining production, trade and transport, according to UN experts. And then is said to make profits of estimatedly $800,000 a month. So the minerals are eventually taken to Rwanda, according to reports documenting the trade from M23 controlled territories to Congo's neighbor. So in 2012, M23 pulled out of Goma after Western donors applied diplomatic pressure on Rwanda, cutting much needed aid. This time around, the same powers have only used words to condemn the offense. In response to this, Congo's president, Felix Tshisekedi, urged young Congolese to enlist in the army and promised a vigorous military response after the fall of Goma. So His Excellency Tshisekedi also denounced what he called the silence of inaction on foreign partners. I don't think this is what we want to be experiencing as a people. Instead of coming together to make a meaningful name for our continent, we shouldn't be fighting among ourselves. There's too much division on the continent. I don't think this will help our development if we truly want to advance in all we do as a people and all that. So we end today's episode here, and then if you are new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like and share this video. Don't forget this quote: one day our lives will become history. What will posterity say about you? See you in the next episode.